Everything you need to know about Insidious 5: Fear the Dark. Hey guys, today we're going to know everything you need to know about Insidious 5: Fear the Dark. Let's get right into it. The impact of the series. The terrifying action in the Insidious movies never stops, so there is no time for slow anticipatory fear. Instead, jump scares are used at every turn. In these movies, ghosts and demons don't just hunt, they also attack, frequently taking on physical form. There are times when viewers are uncertain when the line between them being physical or not has been crossed. Every chapter follows the same pattern established by the narrative. Elise, played by Lynn Shay, is tasked with bringing back a victim whose astral body has been taken by an entity to another location. According to Insidious Chapter 2, Elise is the most important character even after she passes away. The most recent Insidious movie was released nearly 5 years ago, and a new one will be released in the following year. Production on Insidious Fear the Dark started in the spring of 2022 and ended in August of this year. Although there isn't much information yet on the film, some well-known names have been mentioned for those who are involved. The film is returning with a much-anticipated cast and actor Patrick Wilson, who is making his directorial debut. Trailer. Insidious Fear the Dark has no trailer as of yet. There are, however, some social media posts that attest to its completion and production. A picture of Blumhouse Productions producer Jason Blum and actor-director Patrick Wilson from back in August was shared on Twitter. Wilson's wife, actress Dagmara Dominchik, also posted a sweet couple selfie and a celebratory hashtag to Twitter after filming Wrapped. She was relieved to have her husband back to herself. Release date. On July 7th, 2023, Insidious Fear the Dark will be released in theaters alongside other highly anticipated films like Barbie, starring Margot Robbie, The Marvels from Marvel Studios, and Oppenheimer, which Christopher Nolan wrote and directed. With so many blockbusters coming out next summer, it's the ideal time for Insidious Fear the Dark to return as a hugely successful horror movie. This task might not be too challenging because it appears that the movie is returning to its origins. Plot. We also have received the first official synopsis for Insidious 5, along with the news of the start of production. It reads, set 10 years after the end of Insidious 2, Josh Lambert heads east to drop his son Dalton off at an idyllic, ivy-covered university. However, Dalton's college dream becomes a nightmare when the repressed demons of his past suddenly return to hunt them both. Wilson did give some hints about what to expect and how the fifth film relates to the events of the first two films when discussing why he chose to make Insidious 5 his directorial debut. He explained, "We rarely get the opportunity to come back 10 years later, especially if you think about the lore of Insidious and this family, specifically me and Ty, with our characters being hypnotized. What does that do to a family after 10 years? Adding, watching Dalton go to college, and what does that do? Watching a young man go to college and all the new experiences and feeling like an outsider trying to fit in. He's got this ability that he doesn't even know that he has of being an astral projector and traveler." He then said, "After so long, are we still hypnotized? Is there still that trance? What does that do to your life? What does that do to your marriage? And then what does that do for a father and son relationship?" In case you forgot, Insidious: The Last Key was all about Elise going back to her horrific early years and slaying the demons that plagued her family. In the end, it came full circle as a genuine prequel, giving us a glimpse into the activities of the Lambert family from Chapter 1. Now it appears that the fifth episode of the series will feature a plot along those lines, with Dalton's past coming back to haunt him. We can anticipate that the movie will follow the same formula as its predecessors, and that someone will be entering and exiting the further in order to save a soul. We'll have to wait and see what convinces Josh and/or Dalton to return to the spirit world, because we can't imagine it being an Insidious movie without a trip into the further. Behind the scenes. Insidious Fear the Dark marks the directorial debut of Patrick Wilson, one of the movie's stars. Although it will be the first time audiences have seen his directing abilities, it is obvious that Jason Blum and James Wan are behind him. Blum and Wan, the team behind Insidious Chapters 1 and 2, as well as Leigh Whannell, the franchise's co-creator and co-writer, are currently producing the film. The movie was co-written by Scott Teems of Halloween Kills and Whannell. With devoted fans worldwide, Blumhouse is renowned for its spooky good productions like The Purge, Paranormal Activity, and Get Out. Doesn't seem like Insidious Fear the Dark will fall short with a cast this talented. Cast. As Josh, Renai and Dalton Lambert, Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne and Ty Simpkins are all present. Foster Lambert's return by Andrew Astor is a given, but it hasn't been formally announced. We would anticipate Lynn Shay, who has played Elise Rainier throughout the series despite dying in the first film, to return as Elise's ghost along with Leigh Whannell and Angus Sampson, who plays Elise's co-workers Specs and Tucker. Barbara Hershey's future as Lorraine, Josh's mother, is still unknown, but 3 newcomers have been confirmed for the new film. Succession star Hiam Abbas, Sinclair Daniel, and Peter Dager in unspecified roles. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.